So hi there everybody, my name is EJ and welcome back to my channel. Now my dear friends, in this video, we will be talking about one of the most common questions I oftentimes receive whenever I would discuss the life of Michelangelo in my art appreciation class. And that is, painter nga ba si Michelangelo? Is Michelangelo really a painter? Well, the simple answer to that question is technically yes. He is a painter because he painted the ceilings of the Sistine Chapel, also the front altar of it. But if you're going to ask him personally, based on the biographies I was able to read and the documentaries I was able to watch about him, he would not want to be branded as such. Like if he would have a choice, he would not want to be called a painter. He would want to be called a sculptor because Michelangelo said this very controversial line. He said that painting is the lesser art. Like sculpture is higher than painting. And this statement earned the ire of his contemporaries during those times, like Raphael and most importantly, Leonardo. Because my dear friends, Leonardo, on the other hand, believes that painting is higher than sculpture. And because they have this very different point of view in terms of different art forms, then that caused the rift between these two Renaissance artists. So ayan. Now, maybe your next question is this. If Michelangelo does not want to be called a painter and for him painting is the lesser art, then why would he paint the Sistine Chapel ceiling? Well, my dear friends, he did that not because of his own volition. It was not his own decision actually. He was summoned back to the Vatican City by Pope Julius II because Michelangelo owes the Pope money because of his unfinished commission of the tomb. And so when he returned to the Vatican City, the Pope told Michelangelo that he would give him a new commission. And at that time, Michelangelo was excited because he thought that he would be allowed to continue creating the tomb of Pope Julius. But to Michelangelo's surprise, it was not the commission anymore. The Pope wanted Michelangelo to paint the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. And this decision is somehow scheming, and I think this was planned all along by the enemies of Michelangelo, namely Bramante, who is the architect of the Vatican, and of course the budding new artist Raphael. Because I think these two artists thought that if Pope Julius would offer Michelangelo this commission of painting the Sistine Chapel, number one, probably Michelangelo would not accept it. Or number two, if Michelangelo would accept the project, then he would fail at it. Yeah. Well, my dear friends, if you're gonna ask me, I strongly believe that the commission of the Sistine Chapel ceiling was a trap. A trap for Michelangelo set up by Bramante, Raphael, and possibly even by Pope Julius II. Because I think at the back of their minds, they were thinking that Michelangelo would not accept this offer. Primarily because, number one, Michelangelo thinks lowly of paintings. As I have said a while ago, Michelangelo thinks painting is the lesser art. And number two, Michelangelo's experience in painting is not sufficient. More so of frescoes and more so on ceilings. So maybe Bramante and Raphael, they were thinking that Michelangelo would fail on this. He would not do well on this. But as I have said a while ago, they were surprised to find out that Michelangelo accepted the commission, and they were even more surprised, actually flabbergasted, when Michelangelo was able to finish the ceiling. And the result is magnificent, one of the best frescoes in the Vatican City. And you know what, my dear friends, if there is one detail that amazes me the most, it would have to be the idea that when Michelangelo was painting the Sistine Chapel ceilings, deep inside his heart, he knows that he is not a painter and that his experience in painting is not that substantial yet. And yet, my dear friends, and yet, he was able to create something beautiful, something majestic, and something magnificent. Kung baga, in Tagalog, my dear friends, when he created this, napipilitan pa siya. Like, what? So, papaano na lang kung hindi siya napipilitan? Papaano na lang kung marami na siyang experience? And I think that is the reason why Michelangelo is one of the best artists, if not the best artist, in the Renaissance period. But of course, during those times, competition is really, really tight because Raphael is also a great artist. Leonardo is also exemplary in his works, right? And my dear friends, are you aware that even though the ceilings or the paintings and on the ceilings of the Sistine Chapel is considered a masterpiece, there are some persons who are not in a way satisfied with the outcome. And even though Michelangelo is a master himself, he was not free from criticisms. And one of his harshest critics would have to be Leonardo da Vinci. And Leonardo did not restrain himself from spewing flaming commentaries about the works of Michelangelo. And what are those teas that Leonardo was able to spill about Michelangelo? Well, that is a content for another video. So, samahan niyo ulit ako next time as we discuss some details of the lives of these Renaissance artists. And so, my dear friends, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe in some ways learned something out of it. And I'm gonna see you again next time. In the meantime, goodbye everybody. Bye!